Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 311 Griffin YouTube channel. At this point, this is old news, but it's been a busy week, and I finally got a chance to jump in and update DCS. And we're going to be trying out the Fog and also the Supercarrier deck crew, the new additions to that. So, let's get right into it. Okay, I'm not really keen on the text in the middle of the screen. I get why they're doing it. I don't really like it in the middle of the screen. It's sort of immersion breaking. Sometimes you have to do that, like some of the text that pops up in the corners of the screen. Oh, okay, there we go. I was wondering if I needed to contact ATC. But that guy's telling me to come forward. The little bubbles over their heads, I need to check. Oh, gotta go right. I need to check and see if there's an option to turn that off. That's also immersion breaking. And I mean, I'm okay with it being in here. Taxi prohibited. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm okay with it being in there, but I'd like to have an option. So I need to see, maybe there is an option to turn it off. So for people that aren't yet familiar with the wand instructions or the hand instructions, might need to know, like, oh, which guy's talking to me. But once you're used to this kind of stuff, it's pretty obvious who's giving you direction and what their instructions are. So I don't think we need the little purple thing over the head. Anyway, hopefully that's an option. If it is an option, tell me. Somebody just pop it in the chat. Where's the guy? Oh, he's way over there. Okay. So that's an instance right there where, like, and I guess if it's a busy deck, you know, if it's a multiplayer deck and it's really busy, you would possibly want these on so that everybody knows which guy's talking to them. And that's fine. But again, it needs to be an option. And if it is, let me know. So we're gonna be sent over to this cat. He wants my wings to unfold. Oh, my track IR's tripping out. Stop it. There we go. Okay, I need to continue right. Yes, sir. I don't want to hit these planes. These are static planes that I put here. I am very concerned about the static planes and, like, how to build out a deck with this, because I don't know where they're gonna direct you and where they're gonna park you and stuff like that. So I'm very worried about it. I'm also worried about lining up on this cat, because I still need to go right. I am not gonna line up on it this way, which I guess he's telling me to go straight, not to come left. So I need to, yeah, okay. This is partly my fault for I wasn't following his instructions quite right. So we're going to be lined up a little wonky, but as long as we get close, the game can account for that. This is partly my fault. This is my Operation Adder mission that I flew last time I did a video on DCS. We're going to lock that in. I didn't change anything on the deck, so I am curious how this new stuff is going to operate with existing missions that have static clutter already on the deck. And so far this is looking fine. There, the game lined us up with the cat. We weren't lined up very well. He's telling me to come forward. This stuff from here on out till we launch is pretty standard stuff. This stuff's been around for a long time, so I don't expect to see anything different. Okay, we are not lined up, but we're going to attempt to land anyway. I kind of want to see what happens. Oh, are those flares for wave-offs? That's kind of funny. We got it. I've never seen those flares before, I don't think. I don't do too many carrier landings, though, honestly. Awaiting stop. Okay, awaiting wing fold. So that's kind of handy there, I guess. But like again, once you get used to the procedure, hopefully there's an option for getting rid of this text in the middle of the screen. And again, if I were running a multiplayer server, I'd kind of force all this stuff to be on because you want to make sure people know what to... Wait, what? I thought we were going to taxi over. Is it supposed to do that? I thought you taxied to a location and then once you were in the spot, it would spin you around. Let's make sure this works. I'm also like not sure if the game detects what statics you have, and then let's cancel out of that. And then what? Wait, I had a static there. Why it wasn't there when it warped me there? But then whenever I went to relaunch, it's there. This is a little wonky. I was afraid of stuff like this. I don't really know the best way to handle that kind of stuff. We're gonna bail out, man overboard. Somebody come back and get me. Bring that chopper back here. So a little bit of wonkiness, but that's to be expected. And we're just gonna have to work around it to a degree, I think. And apparently I can't swim. Alright, let's go try some fog out. Okay. The fog's looking good. Full disclosure, I probably spent 15 minutes playing with the fog settings trying to get it to work right. I don't really trust the automatic stuff in DCS because I don't know how it works. And I think some of this stuff gets explained in their official videos, but I watched the one on fog. I didn't really see a lot in there. It was more like, hey, this is coming to DCS. Here's what it's going to look like. I might have missed some stuff, though. But I wound up, I tried an auto setting, and it didn't seem to work very well. And so I tried several different manual settings, and they kind of worked. But then the fog would just go away all of a sudden. So what I've got right now, I should have recorded showing it, but I didn't. What I've got right now is 3 different basic timestamps in there, or keys. And there's a start time 0, and it's a certain thickness and visibility, and then every 20 minutes I dial it back. So that's what I've got in there right now, and it seems to be working okay. Alright, we're going to lift off here, and we're just going to kind of see what it looks like as we climb. It looks pretty good. I'm digging the fog. And I've said this before in other videos, but just so everybody knows, my computer is about 5 years old, and it was not top of the line when I got it. It was decent. It just wasn't top of the line. I can never afford to buy top of the line stuff like you guys do. Some of you guys do, but right now at this moment, this computer is not very good. It's heating up. I can feel the heat coming out of it as I play DCS, and I'm not running on, super great graphics or anything like that. So, but yeah, the fog looks pretty good right here. We're gonna get back down in it a little bit and just kind of see what it looks like down in it, or kind of in the top of it, in the top layer a bit. Off in the distance it looks good. It looks kind of soft. Every once in a while I think we're getting some little screen flickers and stuff, but that might be my machine more than it is DCS. Also, I want to note that right now I'm not doing any benchmarking or anything like that. I probably should. It would probably be beneficial to some people just to see how well these things run on older computers. I know a lot of people tend to do benchmark tests on newer hardware just to let people know how well it runs, but I think a more practical thing would be running it on older equipment so that the vast, well, not the vast majority of us, but a lot of us that don't have new equipment can know before we start messing with this stuff if it's worth it or not. But I haven't done any benchmarking. It's running okay for me. I'm not noticing anything crazy except a few flickers here and there. That down there looks pretty good. Just the softness as the fog starts to sort of fade out. Looks pretty good. And just note, my computer always heats up whenever I play DCS, among some other games. Okay, up top, high up in the air, we're roughly 30,000 feet, I think. Oh, a little higher. I just wanted to see kind of like how it looked off in the distance at altitude, and it looks good. You know, I don't know, it looks believable to me. I don't know that I've seen too much fog from like commercial airliners. I've flown a decent amount, not a ton, but a decent amount, and I always try to look outside and watch the land go by, but I've never been up when it's this foggy that I can remember. Or if I have it, I didn't have a window seat, and on most of the flights I take early in the morning, everybody shuts their windows, and it makes me mad. Everybody's sleeping and shutting their windows, and I want to be looking outside. Alright, we're going to get back down in it and see what happens. I am getting some really weird flickers now. Like, I don't know what this game's trying to do with the lighting, but it's like it can't make up its mind what the lighting's supposed to look like. I don't know that that's a consequence of the fog edition, because I'm pretty sure I've seen that before in DCS from time to time. I used to have issues where it would like suddenly darken the screen, and then after a certain amount of time went by, it would lighten the screen. Ooh, now we're getting some really sharp transitions. That's kind of ugly. Again, it might be my machine. I don't really know, but that just looks really ugly. And now there's a sharp line. It's not jumping around as much now, but there's that sharp line there. It's kind of weird. Other than that, this part looks really good. Pretty believable. Let's nose down and get back down in it a little bit. And now, once we're down in the top layer of it, it looks pretty good. It's kind of soft-edged again. Nice. So, okay, pretty good. This is a pretty good update. I know there were some other things in here as well, some other fixes and stuff like that. So I've looked through the changelog. I don't remember what all is in it, but various fixes for various modules. These, I think, there's also some mission editor stuff that I haven't tried yet that's actually really good. I'm not going to make a video on it, but like multi-select is something that I've really wanted to see, and I think that was included in this update, so that'll be pretty huge. But yeah, I think the big visual things were this fog update and the Supercarrier animated deck crew. I think both of them are good additions. They both seem a little bit wonky, and they've got a little bit of tweaking that might need to be done. That probably will be done, but all in all, really good stuff. I think it's working relatively well, other than the wonkiness. So anyway, as usual, thank you guys for watching. Happy flying, and this is a perfect landing. Get out of here. Or do you, mother?